Hello, hello, hello. Happy afternoon, everybody. Okay, I'm back. I redid my lighting, so let's hope this works. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know what I want to do today, but we're going to start for the pre-makeup routine. There we go. And today, it is not hot as Hades here. Very surprising. I'm not going to lie. Very, very surprising. All right, so we're going to do our usual pre-makeup routine, which is setting spray, primer, setting spray, and then, trying to decide what I want to do. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll use Pallet 4. I was just helping a customer with Pallet 4, so maybe we'll use Pallet 4. All right, let's go in with our hydrating primer. Okay, just like that. And you'll notice I already did my mascara because I did a tutorial just on mascara. So I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and work with that and still have your makeup looking great. All right. So yeah, so what's everybody up to today? What did everyone else do? I did some puppy sitting today. That was about it. Oh, and then I sat outside, did some work, of course. But yeah, I didn't go out anywhere or anything like that. I definitely find that since COVID and that, I don't go out as much as I used to. Okay, so we're just going to go in. I mean, it's 3:30 in the afternoon anyway, so normally you would have this sit for like 3 to 5 minutes on your skin to really make sure it gets into all your pores, blurs your pores, gives you a nice smooth palette to work with. All right, that is the point of using setting spray, primer and setting spray. You want it to be nice and smooth, and you just got to give your primer normally time to set. So I'm not today, but do as I say, not as I do, right? Isn't that just the way parenting is? All right, so let's go with my favorite BB cream. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to do a different look today. We're switching it up. Okay, I'm going to use the liquid foundation on the powder concealer brush. And I'm not going to put BB cream underneath it, which I can't even believe that. So 1, 2, 3 drops. Okay. And then just go ahead. All right, now we'll just spread it around. Okay. And you'll notice that I did put it on my neck because I feel very strongly about it when people do not do foundation on their neck. It doesn't look finished, in my opinion. And that's an important thing, I think. Yeah, very important that it looks finished. Okay, and I use that side just to clean off that. And then you bring it down your neck, like so. There we go. So we're not going to do full coverage today, but I'm going to show you how liquid foundation can work. All right. And you guys have got a nice, good view here. You're nice and close, and this will be good. Okay. There we go. See? And looks all good. Let's also use our blending bud. Okay. I'm going to put a little drop just on the blending bud, just like that. Like not even a drop. It's like just wiping off some of the excess. And then go like this. And then just start patting it in. Okay. And by doing this, you're really making a good like base with your foundation. Okay, you're pushing it in. It's gonna sit there all day and it's gonna look fabulous and not makeup-y at all. And that is what is so great about these blending buds. Now with the blending buds, I ran it underneath the water first, and then I wring it out until no more water comes out. Okay, you'll see. Looks good. Looks very good. Okay, let's go and use our, where'd it go? Skin Perfecting Concealer. We're going old school. Well, old school for me. Because I don't use these products as much. I find I'm using more the BB cream and the stick. And I find I actually use the stick as my concealer, which is so funny. Okay, so I actually used the shade Lace in the liquid foundation. And then I'm going to go and put some of the liquid concealer here. I think it's too warm. Or not shaken up enough, I mean. I don't know why I said too warm. Okay, so you want it to be all mixed in because it's a mineral base, right? So that's why you shake this, you squeeze the topper to really get everything mixed in again. It's the same thing with this, okay? So, there we go. All right. Better. Okay, so rub it between your fingers to make it warm. Go underneath your eyes. And I'm using the shade Organza is the shade that I'm using in this, okay? And then if you want to get color matched, go ahead, send me a message, a picture of you facing a window with no makeup on, and make sure you include your neck, okay? So now I'm going to go with my smaller blending bud here that is also damp. And I'm just going to go and pat everywhere that I put that concealer. All right. And we're just kind of putting underneath our eyes just to brighten them up a bit. And because I'm just feeling, like I said, a little bit extra today. All right. So there we go. And we'll put a little bit extra on. Just because I feel like it. I feel like playing around. You know? Yeah. So there we go. And my eyelashes still look pretty good, even though I have been doing foundation and that all around. So that's pretty good. I'm happy. Which it just goes to show you can go from day to night looks, right? Okay, so I put on way more concealer than I normally do, but I was really just kind of wanting to play around. And I wanted to show you that, you know, you can use more and it doesn't even look like it. Right? Look how good that looks. Perfect. So the reason why you use the buds damp is because less product stays on them and goes more on you. Plus it adds extra moisture to you. So that's perfect. So I'm wearing my little cute overalls today. My short ones. I really like them. They're fun. And now I'm going to go in with a little bit of the translucent setting powder. And I'm just going to use this really, really small brush, as you can see. And I'm tapping off a lot of it. And I'm just going to go and set my eye area. Okay? And this just helps set your under eyes and helps keep your makeup on point. Actually, I'll put some right here too. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me either on here or by message. I love like building cards for people. I love, you know, finding out what makeup they like. Like I love it all. So it doesn't bother me at all. Please feel free to ask me anything. I enjoy it all. Trust me. Okay, so what are we going to go in with next? We're going to go in with our pressed powder in the shade Taffeta, okay? And I'm going to take this brush. It's fairly soft, and I don't want very much on there. So you guys know I always swirl it in the top and then tap it because I just don't want like a ton of makeup coming off the brush onto my skin. Like I want it to be very natural. That's the looks that I like. And yeah, so. And there we go. Okay, now look. It looks good. Look at that. Looks so good. Okay. All right. Next up, we are going to bronze though, because, well, that's fun. Okay, I'm just going to go and wipe off this brush. This brush I really like for bronzing. It's from Shoppers. It's Quo Beauty, but it's super, super soft and it's got that angled edge. So I like it for bronzing. Not necessarily like contouring, but bronzing. So when I bronze, I'm kind of going on my cheek also and very, very lightly doing this, okay? There we go. And then we'll go along our forehead line. Go along our chin. Go down the neck slightly. A little bit on our nose. Very, very lightly doing it. Then I'm going to go in with my contour. Okay. Now what brush have I been using for my contour? I think this smaller one. Okay. Because when you change your contour color and you go into a darker contour, you're going to want to really kind of think about how you're doing it and not do it as dark as you maybe used to when you had such a lighter one. Okay, so I am using the shade Twill in a pressed powder. Okay, I tap it in there, I swirl and I tap. Okay, now I'm going to go underneath my cheekbone, which is right here, back and forth. And now you can go and just turn your brush and blend that in. Do you like the way I talk there? That's pretty nice. So what this does is it's going to help it recede. Do you see that? Like right there. And then it kind of gives you more pronounced cheekbones. Okay. So same here. Find your cheekbones. All right. And you're going to go back and forth. And you're swirling. All right, there we go. Blend it in. You can use this brush if you want, or I really like using the big kabuki brush. And if you go too heavy, because I do find it's funny how this side is harder to do than this side. I don't know, maybe I just can't turn my neck as much. But if you find that you did go too heavy, you just take your regular pressed powder and you slightly just kind of cover it. And it's, see? There we go. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and do under our neck very, very lightly, okay? See how I'm doing it ever so lightly. And then go down, because then it just helps bring the color there. All right. And I really like doing underneath my bottom lip. Just go like this slightly. There we go. See? That looks good. All right. And I'll put a little touch just on my nose. Just like that. Okay. So there's our contour. All right. Now, put all this stuff back. Now we're going to go in for blush. And I'm going to use the shade Sisterly. Okay. I believe this is still in stock. It looks like it's going to be like a dark pink, but it's not. All of our blushes, like, I can't wait to get Surreal, because it looks like it's like this, like, mauve purple. Hey, Eva, how are you? But it goes on so nice and light. So we're just going to smile, and you're just going to pat it on if you want, or you can go back and forth. It's up to you. Okay. There we go. There you go. And, yep, perfect. Love it. And I like how it adds a touch of kind of highlight to it. Next up, we're going to go in with our cream to powder highlighter. You're going to use your ring finger, okay? You'll swirl it, and then you can just go and pat it lightly. The reason why you're using your ring finger is that you don't press very hard when we use our ring finger. It's like not a very strong finger, we'll say. Okay, so you're just going like this. There we go. All right. Then, because you guys know I like to be extra, I'm here for it. We're going to go and take this really, really soft, fluffy brush. Super, super soft. We're going to go with the shade Iridescent, which basically is a white. Okay? And you just go and brush it over that. And also, another great reason as to why we use our ring finger or even our finger to put on highlight, the cream to powder highlight, is because it warms it up in your finger, like with your finger touching it, it warms it up, which just helps it sit better. Do you know what I mean? All right, next up is brows, because we've done our highlights. So I like the Spoolie Brow Artist Brush, okay? And then, and honestly, that lash serum is working so well at helping my eyebrows grow in a bit more because I went too far not that long ago now, and this has really helped fill it in. So when you're filling in the front, everything is about light hand, okay? And then also follow the brush line. So I'm using the Brow Artist or Brow Obsession palette. Okay, this is still available in the shade brunette and dark brunette, and I recommend this. Number one, it's going to last a long, long time. And it's really good for, I think, newbies, considering I was a complete newbie at doing my brows. And I just find it gives a very, very natural look. And then let's just say you don't have any eyebrows. This will work really, really well at giving you eyebrows. Now, you only need to use the pomade once per eyebrow. Okay, so I just put it on either side. All right, then I go into both colors is what I use, okay? And then just following the lash line, or not the lash line, the brow growth, all right? And we're just kind of filling it in a little bit. And then patting it in there. And then following it down to your tail. All right.
And maybe we can also talk about the fact that I apologized to Sybil, yet she didn't apologize to me, which is clearly some sort of territorial one-upmanship.
All right.
And then we can discuss how a 23-year-old can act so blatantly disrespectful to his mother's best friend.
There we go. And now we're going to brush our eyebrows with the spoolie brush, because the spoolie end is life. Okay. And don't worry if you go too crazy on them, because that's what the spoolie does. It moves all the powder around, and then it really helps set it into place and just make it look so natural. Okay? And by doing your eyebrows, you just give your eyes more shape, and it looks like you have more space. All right? Which I love. Okay, I'm going to use Palette 4 today for our eyeshadow look, because a girlfriend of mine was asking about some eyeshadows, and this is one of the items I suggested for her bundle. And I think it's a great deal, especially if you buy a minimum 3 items that are different, except from the Uology line. It is going to be 15% off. So you'll be able to get this for $59, and then you'll get a minimum of 15% off. If you add 5 items total, you're going to get 25% off your items. Okay, that's this month's kudos. So that ends July 31st. Okay, so first I'm going to go in with the shade Tender, okay, which is our top shade. There you go. Swirl, tap, and we're going to put it all over our eye here, okay? And there we go. And we'll go here.
Why are you here? You're supposed to be taking my niece for coffee. I know, but it's specific. She didn't want to watch you act. This isn't acting. It's photosynthesis.
All right. And next up, we're going to go with Secretive, which is like a copper bronze kind of color. Okay, it's really, really pretty. All right, I always swirl and tap on my shadows. All right, and you'll notice that I have my hand farther back on my handle of my brush, and that's because I want to be more in control of how much is going on for eyeshadow. Because when it comes to eyeshadow, some can be super, super pigmented, and then you're like, oh Lord, what did I do? And I don't want to feel that way. Okay, now I'm gonna go with my liner shader brush. I'm just cleaning it off on a face cloth that I leave here. Well, I change it, don't get me wrong. Okay, liner shader brush. And we are going to actually use Triumphant, which is a navy blue. Okay. And I'm just going to line my top lash here. Okay. And I thought that this would be really cute because I'm wearing, you know, denim overalls in that. And I don't know. I just thought it would be really cute to go with that. All right, so take your liner. I like to start in the middle because I find it easier to spread the color that way. From the middle, you can blend it out easier. All right. And done. Okay. Wiping off my brush before I put it back. Then, if you went too crazy or whatever, I use my blending bud, and you just kind of go like that. But look at how great that looks. I love it with the hint of blue there. Super cute. Okay, you could even go and do your upper waterline with it, but we're not going to do that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my lower waterline with the navy blue. I'm going to use that liner shader brush again on the liner side. And you just pull down your lid a little bit. And then there you go. So instead of me using an eye pencil, I'm just going to use this. Okay. There we go. Perfect. And let's go do our other side. But you see how that just kind of changes it? Makes it so much darker, and I don't know. I like both ways. Okay, so. There we go. There we go. There we go. See? Just kind of amps it up a little bit. You don't need, if you don't want an amped up look, that's because it is easy. I'm telling you, nice light brush like this, you're good to go. I could have added that in your bundle. There you go. Yeah, so that's just 3 colors. I did from Palette 4 for you. I did Tender all over the eye, and then I did Secretive all over the eye, and then I just used Triumphant, and I lined my top lash, and then I lined my waterline. And that's it. And I already did my mascara earlier. So that's fun. And let's just say that if you did do it earlier and then you got some eyeshadow on there, you just use your brush here, you comb it out a little bit. It's perfect. Okay, let's go and find an easy lip. All right. Wendy, should I do... Do I want to do a lip stain? Do I want a lip gloss? I don't know. I got kind of dark eyes going here. I don't want a dark lip color for sure. I'm going to go with Lovesick. So I'm sure that they're going to bring out lip glosses again, because honestly, it's a makeup company, right? Okay. So, going like this. These lip glosses are great. They're not sticky. Like your lips don't stick together. They add a little hint of color, but it's so pretty and I love it. All right, that is today's look. I will actually just go and spray. You shake first. There we go. I'll let this dry. I did it kind of backwards. with my setting spray, but that's because I had already done my mascara earlier. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to take advantage of the amazing sales that we have right now, let me know, because our fragrances just went on sale, and they're also able to be added to the kudos this month. So seriously, don't miss out. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Bye.